is Men to Men. In all sorts of history things that we see going on in movies and in TV shows, especially the ones around gladiators or Roman warriors and armies, we see this whole idea of the archery, this volley of arrows come flying in and just taking out the enemy. Well, that's kind of what we're talking about today. We're going to be talking today about the shield of faith to extinguish the fiery darts of the enemy. Now, this shield of faith is really, really important. It's actually the thing that roots us to who we know we are in Jesus. And it's a really difficult one for us to go without. Shield of faith to extinguish the fiery darts of the enemy. What is faith? We're going to keep talking about that in just a minute. So what is faith? I had one of my science teachers in high school describe it to me this way. When you sit on a chair, you have faith that it's going to hold you up. When you stand up, you have faith that you're just not going to launch off into the atmosphere because of gravity. Faith is somewhat like that we understand certain things that are going to work a certain way, mostly because we've observed the results. When we have faith in Christ, we really start to understand what it means to live a life that's different, a life that is not constrained, a life that has direction and purpose. A life of faith is just like that. It's a life of direction and purpose. So in the passage we've been talking about from Ephesians chapter 6, verse 14, we're looking at what it means to extinguish the fiery darts of the enemy. So if we have faith, that means we're putting our faith in Jesus for direction and purpose. And yet we have these things that are referred to as the fiery darts of the enemy. Well, I have these arrows here, which they're not particularly fiery, but in one of my favorite movies, Gladiator, so I don't recommend it to everyone because it's not a kid's movie, there's a section at the very beginning that shows how they would release the fiery arrows, and it was remarkable, and they'd set a trap in the field. But to see those arrows come flying through and each one of them be something that could mean death, these arrows kind of represent the fiery darts, because the enemy wants nothing more than just to wipe you out, take us all down, and that we be ineffective at best, be dead at worst. The fiery darts are temptation. The fiery darts are the things that pull us down and that wreck us. We need the shield of faith to extinguish those darts. You just imagine yourself as a man out in battle, thinking about your family as these things come flying at you. That's the battle image we need to have every day. Putting on all of the full armor of God so that we can withstand, and as it says, to stand and be firm in our faith. This is Men to Men, and I hope you've been encouraged today. Stand firm, guys. We're in it together.